Oh, folks. Here we go. Let me try to get the volumes right. All right, let's get back to it. Something continued from yesterday. I did some tweaking off stream. I added sound. Actually, I was just testing how sounds work, but I was adding some stuff. All right, this works. Okay. I was actually adding some sounds and some stuff a little bit. I have a new setup, so I hope things work. I actually have a teleprompter finally, which I've been wanting to have for a very long time. But yeah, it's now there. Good. Okay, couple of things. I turned down the sounds, but the game is effectively still the same. Not every event has sound, so some of them do. So I thought today I kind of wanted to have a little bit the macro loop. I think the default gameplay loop is fine the way it is now, like getting scrap and so on. Oh yeah, I fixed the water thing because it was really annoying. You run into near next water and it got stuck. So now the game doesn't spawn any small pieces of water. It's only the bigger ones. And as you first go like a little bit and then you get stuck. It doesn't let you drown. Maybe it's just let the user drown on the. I think that works fine. Let me know if you need any help with the MCP. Actually, well, there's really not much to it. If you just let Claude set it up, it works super well. Something I haven't been able to show on the stream because it spawns on my other display by default. But it really kind of works super nice because it's so fast compared to, for example, Android Dev. Android Dev is so slow because it drives the computer, drives the phone so slowly. It tries to find buttons and press buttons. And this one, it just spawns a instance with the right state and immediately runs the test. It's super cool, I think. All right, it works. I also added a kind of windowed mode for this and full screen mode, basically mostly because my son was playing and the mouse was escaping to another screen, so making it easier for him. Okay. I'm not quite happy that this... Okay, some of my setup is a little bit off. Today is not going to be as long as yesterday. I might do just 1 hour because I wanted to try a couple of things. I have an idea what to do with the macro loop, which I didn't have yesterday, but I keep thinking about it. So I want to kind of see if Claude is able to add kind of time or lighting into the scene. That would be pretty cool. But I wanted to show something first. They just the Godot folks just posted something. They have like a new snapshot. They really work super hard. There's a lot of stuff coming in this here. I have no idea what to do with any of this, but it's they really are moving quickly. There's one point that really does help me because I really do want to run this on Android at some point. Not maybe this game, but some other game. But they really have made it easier to get the Android build going, basically effectively automating the Android setup, SDK setup. That's it's painful. I bet Claude could do it, but if it can do it automatically, even better. Anyways, yeah, I'm happy with my game engine choice, I think. Increase a little bit music. Okay, so let's see, this might stop very quickly. It will tell me that we can't do anything with this, but see what time of day based on the lighting. So we should have morning, midday, and evening lighting. So my idea is now to see, basically I want to kind of have a day loop. So during the day you go and try to find stuff, and at night you defend your camp. So what I want to do is I want to, of course, have a quite a bit accelerated day-night loop. But when you go for a raid, you kind of you can do it only until evening or until sunset, and that basically forces you to do it quickly. But if we can't change the lighting, the feeling won't be right. We can add a timer or clock or sundial or whatever, but it's not quite the same thing. So first I want to explore the lighting thing, and then I think I will start adding things like experience and equipment. I think it's mandatory, pretty much have to do that. It changes the game loop a little bit. Beginning, you're just looking for a weapon and try to be there, but if you spawn with the weapon, I think that's it. But what I thought I would do is, instead of it's not super realistic, but I think it's better gameplay, would be to basically what you can spawn with is consumables. So you would have grenades or mines or something like that you can use. If you die, you lose them. What you have. So this is kind of a thing that you can build from scrap, some grenades or something like that, and then you can use them or lose them. If you return to camp without dying, maybe you keep the inventory what you have left. So that will kind of create a bit different way. I know it's a bit strange that you can put grenades in your pockets, but you can't keep your pistol. But yeah, let's think about that later. That's kind of a later problem than now. Oh yeah, I had a massive victory today because I managed to get my Linux box working finally. I had a kernel panic on my LTS Ubuntu. I think something to do with the NVIDIA drivers. because I wasn't the only one that had it, but it took me ages to get back to fixing it. Of course, from crop you can just choose older kernel, and I was able to boot, but even the kind of the updater wasn't able to update the packages anymore. It just failed with an error. But I just kicked up Claude Code and asked, can you fix it? And well, it did. Yeah, now it's spawning the test setup on the display that I'm sharing. That's good. I think I have like my primary display set up a little bit off because I have now the Elgato prompter as one of the display. So that setup is a little bit different. So this is pretty cool. I'll keep this for primary display now, even though it will show some stuff that maybe I don't want to show. But yeah, that's pretty cool. You can see how quickly it tests different things. So it just spawns the game directly in a state. Yeah, it just cycles to the and kills it. On Android, it wouldn't even install the APK to your phone in that time. This is much faster. It's much smoother to do this stuff. The MCP I'm using, again, I don't know if this is the best one, but this is the one I'm using. I can actually paste it to the chat if you want to take this one. This is the MCP. It's working super well. And then the agentic skill I'm using, basically I pointed Claude to this repo. There's so many skills here, it will kind of pick and choose a little bit. I can paste this as chat as well. These are the ones I'm using. I don't know if they are the best ones, but they do work. At least in my use case. Use with your own risk. I don't know if they how good they are, but for me they work. Okay, it is doing something. Let me kick off a game while you can see all my stuff here. Just to play the game while it's doing something. This is kind of the problem of this setup, though, is that if I have grenades but then I don't take my pistol with me, it's gonna feel super strange. But if you just have weapons with you immediately, then we have to start having a little bit more challenging gameplay. Then it's just boring. I do have ideas how to make the gameplay a bit more interesting. I think the what to do would be to kind of start adding different areas. I had this thought of having kind of basically having to find different areas. So you play the game a little bit time, and then you find somehow you find a way to go to industrial area or military base or something like that. And we can, because it's randomly generated the environment all the time, we can just create another type of terrain, another type of scenery. But what would be cool is that it's not just available to you immediately. Basically, you have to play this suburb for a while, and then you have a longer you play, higher increasing chance you have to find the next area, basically. So we could bake in a system where we don't send a newbie with not enough skill level or, let's say, equipment to go into an area where they can't survive. I think it's okay to send somebody in an area that might be challenging. I think that's fine. I'm quite okay with this, but I think you shouldn't. Well, challenging is good, but impossible. I think it just kills all fun of gameplay. Whoa, that's how I was crap. Oh no. That's a good weapon. And now you can use these holes to, if you jump correctly, you can use these holes to kind of hinder the enemy a little bit, or the zombies a little bit. I also created the new kind of end screen that is a little bit nicer to read how long, how much stuff, and so on. Okay, let's see if Claude is ready. All right, so Claude is done with an exploration to see if we can do. The run starts the first light and dusk. Okay. That would be like 4 minutes. Okay. Well, let's see what it actually did, because I don't know if Godot has kind of if it has a way to immediately to really build kind of a lighting system nicely. So I don't want it just to be a tint over. At the moment we have no kind of directional light. There's nothing like that. There's no shadows, nothing. But it might be because I chose the 2D engine. I don't know if this engine is able to do that. Yeah, let's go here. Oh no. Actually, I need to see a clock or something. I also don't know if you should be able to do just one kind of raid per sorry. You'd be able to just do one raid per day, and then it would be evening whenever you get back to the camp. Or it should be depending. Sorry, I'm coughing. If it should be. Sorry about that. And I don't know if it should be one raid per day, or if it should be you have a certain amount of time. And if you do a quick one, you can do another one. I think you should be forced back to the camp at the evening, effectively. I think that's important. Oh no. We should have a light here. Well, this light definitely didn't work. Add a sundial to the screen. That tells me what time of day it is approximately. We don't want to see an in-game clock. So effectively, because we're gonna run it on speed. Okay, let's add this first. It's more like a debug thing. I want to see if it actually works, what it was building. Yeah, I really would like to have like proper 2D lighting things. I know 2D or isometric games do that stuff, but I don't know enough about game dev to really understand how that really works. Yeah, that's good. Okay, let's just play the game. Let's see while it's otherwise working on the. A lot of scrap. Because I have nothing to do with it. I actually think that funnily, the sound effects, they work pretty decently for this kind of not very high definition game. I didn't download many. I can show actually where I got the sound effects. They are Creative Commons sound effects. I want to add proper attribution to, even though the Creative Commons, that the person who shared it or created them doesn't require attribution. I definitely do want to attribute though. It's so cool when people who know how to do that kind of stuff give things free for people like me who have no clue what to do with the sound or something like that. So the least I can do is to thank them. Oh no. I definitely can't tell anything changing in lighting. I don't think anything is changing. I think this either it's bugged or it wasn't implemented correctly. It says something to dropping and brightness. I think that's not the right thing to do. The color kind of hue of the light need to change, otherwise it doesn't work. We need to define something a little bit more carefully. Oh no. Oh, this fence is going to save me. Yeah, all of them are left. Nice. Didn't have enough time to jump the fence. Okay. Something broke. The first time I actually see an error in the engine. Probably because I was doing something at the same time. Now it's running it on the different display again. I really have no idea how it defines where it's going to execute the testing. Okay, so when we start testing the time setting, I think we then leave Claude figuring out if we can really import proper lighting code to the game, because I would really like that. Should I start? Honestly, I don't know why. Sometimes the tasks take very long. I know it when it drops the internet connection, because I have the still lag. Sometimes it tends to fade. It takes longer time to fix, because it can't reach the server. But that's fine. Oh yeah, like you see, I now have it in version control, so it has some kind of backup for stuff, but I also can send a build to anybody who wants to for some reason try, if you don't have better games for free. But yeah, just let me know if you want to have a build. I'll drop it in the CodeFlow repo or something like that. I haven't made the CodeFlow repo open because I need to. Yeah, the code isn't good enough to be shared, in my opinion. But I will, if I ever get it to a better state, or where I actually think the game is worth somebody's time, yeah, then I will just put it in a repo. It should run on all platforms, Linux and Windows and Mac, and it definitely runs on Android. I don't know if it runs on iOS. I have no idea. I don't really have. Well, I had an iPad. I could try it on a. Yeah, but I probably need a Mac to build it on. I actually wanted to take a look at the. Oh yeah, let me very first show the place where I got all the sound assets. This is the place where you can get again. Let me post this. So if you filter for CC, this is the first game I ever built. I never done game dev other than miniature tabletop game dev before. But I've been a programmer for 35 years. I've been professional in software engineering for 25. So my background is a backend dev. Been doing Android dev for over 10 years. So days ago, I just picked a Godot engine to give it a go. It's just a curiosity. I want to understand how this stuff works and how you can build it. Especially with LLMs, everything is so easy to pick up now. So setting up the environment and setting up the MCP and the skills was super easy, and you can progress really, really fast. I think it's easier to build Godot games than building Android apps with LLMs. It's just because of the way the MCP works so rapidly. Okay, let me see the time stuff. Yeah. This is like, I think the amount of time I've put to this is 6 or 7 hours maybe from setting up the environment. Okay, now we have Sundial. It took it very literally when I asked to do. So Godot, they have a couple of options what you can use. They have their own scripting language. I think it looks very kind of familiar, but to be honest, if you use Claude, you technically don't need to know what the code is. It's just we are in the state with the LLMs where you don't have to look at the code. Some people really hate that that's the reality. I've done programming long enough that I don't miss coding anymore. But of course, I'm also not going to be releasing this to Steam. So if it's a little bit broken, fine, doesn't matter, right? So that's kind of it. So they have two different languages. I think you can just do .NET. Okay, now I might be kind of guessing, and I might be talking, but I can show you the code that Claude has generated to me. So if we go away, so here's the code base. This is so you can see the code here. I don't have a code highlighter for the script, but it's really, if you've done any programming, it's just readable. Yeah, it's very readable code. I would have to dig up the tutorials. The Godot engine docs are really good. They're really just really easily readable. So here's Godot engine. The docs are just, I really like, so when I went to this docs for the first time, when you see this at the top, where they go like, okay, hey, tell me what you know that they have thought about how to give people information. Say, okay, I never made a game. Okay, here you go. Here's the GD script, and you can do C#, right? Everybody knows how to do C# because it's so close to everything else. But this is that. I think there's these guys they announced they got funding, which is really cool, and they're working together with some. I need to look at the news. I don't really exactly remember what it is, but these people are doing a lot of things right. It's firstly all the community MCPs and the skills are very good. I have no idea how much the team itself is supporting agentic coding or LLMs. They're definitely not hating them, which is a good sign. I think it's up to everybody to choose your tools. But the docs are really super nice. If you want to start learning, here it is. Here's hello world for the script. Just take a look. It's open source. Everything is free, and they're doing a lot of stuff super nice. It took me to get the dude running on the screen. It took maybe 1 hour from the thought about I want to try a game with the MCP and with the LLM. Okay, now, well, to me it really doesn't. I've made a choice to really. I write quite a bit stuff at my work as well, but I use LLMs for everything. So I've written a couple of React apps for web. I write a lot of Android stuff, and I use Kotlin stuff and all of these kind of things. And honestly, I don't look at the code. Android I've been doing so a long time, I understand the code really well. The other thing I did, there's a stream on, if you look at one of the older streams, not the one from yesterday, but I did a stream for writing code for UnaWatch, which is a kind of open platform watch. It's not fully open, so some of the stuff isn't a repairable watch, smartwatch. And they do C. And again, I was able to build software for it without ever looking at the C code. I can read C, but I never had to. If you go with the Godot engine, it depends what your ambition level is. If you want to build a game for yourself and your friends to play with, you don't need to look at the code. But I wouldn't put this stuff on Steam. If you start selling things, I think then the quality has to be more. But that's just my opinion. Everybody has their own thing. But you definitely don't need to look at the code at the moment. But like you see, the GD script that they have is very readable. Heli. It's very readable script, and C#. If you run Java, anything you can know. And of course, I think Unity is all C# anyway. So it's very kind of doable in such sense. Anyways, I wanted to take a peek to see if we can actually have real lighting. Some source direction, etc. Okay. While it's doing that, let's do another test run of the game. So I want to see how the sundial actually works. That means I need to survive a bit longer. If I run into every hole, I will just die. There we go. So basically, I will just try to stay alive instead of trying to get any stuff. Staying alive, running on... Oh, damn it, means not running into these holes. Staying alive means running on the roads. When you run on the roads, you don't really find much stuff because roads are safer. Also, my guy runs faster on road than zombies. If I go to mud or sand, I run slower than zombies. But this way I can stay alive and see if the new day... Oh, damn it! Day cycle actually works. But if I run into these holes, then I will die for sure. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe the kind of the hue and the brightness change is so gradual that I can't really see anything to do. Actually, the top part maybe is all right. Just need to see the arc of the sun, see when the evening is coming. Oh yeah, well now it's starting to get a kind of more yellow hue. I don't have enough bullets to kill the big guy. Oh no. Screwed up. Maybe I should implement some God mode to the game or something, because I'm so bad at playing the game that I'm not able to test the game anymore. I will just... Fans. Come on. So now we should be approaching evening, kinda. Oh, why did I run away from the road? On the road I can just outrun them. Yeah. Just get stuck in the fence. Whoop. Hey, don't go to the water. Damn it. Yeah, pressure easies with 1,000 of them behind me. Zombie train. Oh, lucky. There's too many of them. Yeah, now it's getting a little bit evening-y. Okay, I think it's kind of working. Damn. It's kind of working, kind of isn't. It's not good enough. It doesn't give you the right atmosphere. It gives you a little bit like a feeling, okay, evening's coming. but it's not good enough. And basically what I want to do then is either we make evening completely impossible or night completely impossible to play. We do something like you can't see anything. Or we just force the character to go back to base. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, we need to improve that part for sure. What does it say about this lighting? What I confirm put. Yes. Cast shadows. Oh yeah, that would be pretty cool though. Yeah, that's a good question. How do you return to base? At the moment, you can just press escape and go to base. Yeah, but that's a bit cheating as well. You have 1,000 zombies after you, and it's just like warp back to base. Maybe you need to find an escape or something. I don't know. Maybe that would be a good way to do it. Yeah, it could be some. I really like the World of Warcraft way of the Hearthstone. You have to have enough time to warp home, but we don't have magic in this world. Oh yeah, that could be cool. You just find some kind of escaped location. That would make a lot of sense. Then you can choose to warp from there. It doesn't really. The game doesn't have to be super realistic, in my opinion. It's more important to be fun to play than have realistic gameplay. But yeah. All right. Claude always has a catch. Okay. What does it do? Fake shadows. Okay, fake shadows and real light. That could work. Be isometric, that could work. And that unlocks the point light, campfire. Real 3D. Yeah, we could rewrite it in 3D, but I'm not sure I want to. I kind of wanted to build this isometric gameplay. I dream of building a next Blitzkrieg, but I don't know. Yeah, let's do real light, fake shadows, fake shadows. Yeah, that's what I thought about as well. Is if I create kind of proper actual lighting system, then I could make the night playable. But maybe you could also fake flashlights. You could try it. But for now, kind of my idea for the macro game loop is to basically you run during the day and try to find scrap. With the scrap, you buy stuff to improve your base. And the nighttime is kind of more like a not really tower defense, but tower defense-ish defense of your base, and then you go. So that's kind of it creates like a two-dimensional gameplay in the sense that you have a macro loop and you have a micro loop. That's what I was trying to do. That's why I kind of forcing people the player go back to base for night. But also there's no penalty for death either at the moment. So yeah, okay, let's do this. Let's get the lighting. So what are the point why I want to have lighting, I want to add pressure to return base before nightfall. And I also want to have a limited time you can go raiding or finding scrap. Yeah, let's make the time persistent between runs, and you can go for a run if it's not late yet. And the lighting is important. It gives you the feeling of pressure you need to do. And I really like this idea of finding some escape hatch or something like that to go back to base. Let's do that. So real light, fake shadows. Make time of day persistent between runs. Show the current time of day in camp as well. Character can choose to go for a raid. I want to see if that understands. What does it call it? Go. What did it call it? I should remember what the term is to basically head out. I want to change it. Choose to head out if it is not night yet. Once it is night, you will have to. For now, we're gonna just say sleep. Have to sleep. Add a sleep button that then skips to morning for another day. So for now, we just keep that as a placeholder, but then we will do something like zombies will attack you at night. When you head out, time of day continues from where you left off. When night starts and the player is out, the screen should get darker and darker until completely nearly dark. We remove the option to return to base from the pause menu. Add an escape hatch as the mechanism to return to base. When a player is next to a hatch, an icon appears to indicate that return available. And pressing space returns to cat. All right, so now we kind of have this set up. Escape hatches should spawn randomly, mostly near roads. We might want to change the spawn rate of the escape hatches depending on some things. But this basically completes then the game loop in a sense that you have this time pressure you need to get back. and it should show you how it feels like as well. All right, let's play while it's working on it. So I have this store, but I already bought all of these things. So once we have this cycle done, I want to kind of improve a little bit this. You should be able to update your fence and some kind of mechanism. I don't want to have, or probably don't want to have, like outer turrets or something, but maybe traps and stuff like that. But I also want to have the way to create consumables from scrap, like grenades and stuff like that. Not sure how to do that yet. Nope. Just keep falling into these holes. I also think there should be a timer. So I have this 3-second timer. You can jump only every 3 seconds because I didn't want to enable bunny hopping. But I think that timer should be somehow visible to a user. There should be like a countdown or cooldown timer or something like that. The user knows that, okay, I can't jump now, because otherwise it would be unfair. Oh, I was jumping into the water. That was a bad idea. Oh no. I like the risk reward setup on these holes because you can jump over them and the zombies are slower over them, so you can deliberately run over these holes, but you need to jump, otherwise you have 50-50 chance to fall. So everything is like a risk and reward. There we go. I jumped over one and fell into another one. So that's a good one to pick up. You go away. Damn it. Oh, this is fast guy. Damn it. If you want to survive, you need to save your bullets for the fast runners. There's this one type of zombie that is faster than the player on heavy terrain. Oh no. Water is really bad. Whoop. Oh, blah. Grab that one. No. Okay. That's it. Stuck. 3 hit points. There we go. Oh, actually, yeah, that's my fault. There is a visible health bar. The problem is that, let me show. Full screen. Yeah, I'm sorry. That's my bad. Because I kind of have the bottom of the screen was cut off because I had a zoomed in scene on my OBS. So I have here's weapons and here's health bar. Yeah, it's good if the time is like a persistent between runs. I think that makes a lot of sense. No, come on. Oh, that wasn't worth it at all. There's some good scrap here. Only 5. Wasn't worth of my life. Out of ammo. There we go. Health kit. Yeah. It's another health kit. Offense. No! Oh yeah, that was 2 hit points left. Oh, there we go. Yeah, not surprising it's working on that quite long. We need to have a time of day on the camp as well. Now it's always evening. Oh, damn it. Uh-huh. Yeah, I'm very lucky with this RNG with these fences now. They really are helping me a lot. This fast kind of to go. Oh no! I always manage to kill myself in these holes. Again, okay, now I need to go risk and take that. Oh no, that was a bad idea. Use the rifle to clean something. So the rifle penetrates multiple. So you can, if you have rifle bullets, you can clean it a little bit. Kind of line them up in a nice line. Come on. Shotgun bullets. Yeah, now it's getting dark. There we go. Clean that up. Yeah, definitely the lighting it like a right at the end of the day. So let's see how it goes from this. This is in this build. It's not yet doing the. Oh no. Like a proper night. Not that we can see it either, because I keep falling into these holes. Oh, almost 200. Yeah, the fences are meant to be so the zombies can't climb fences. They attack them and then they destroy them. And that's a intentional mechanism to be able to. So you can jump over a fence to get rid of some of the zombies. But it depends how many you have behind. There's a 1.5 second or 2 second when you climb the fence that they attack you, and then you're safe on the other side. Good. This lamp. I don't want to. It's interpreting something what I want. Like it assumes I want to make the night survivable, but I don't want to make it survivable. So I need to correct it. I don't want to have a light on the character yet. This is gonna take quite a long time, so let's play the game for a while. This is a difference of I was streaming writing software for the watch, and when you write with LLMs, there's a long time you kind of just sit and wait for the LLM to do. My day job, I usually have 2 or 3 projects I work at the same time. So I always have something to do, or I watch YouTube videos. But when you're streaming, you can't really do either one of those. So I need to figure out what to do. But game streaming or game dev streaming is much better because you can play the game while it's waiting. Oh yeah, the water is a little bit wonky. Sometimes it looks like he's swimming in the road. Yeah, we can see here the zombies are like slowly killing the fence, so they get stuck there, but then they destroy the fence and they come after you afterwards. So you kill it like you win a little bit time. So you can kind of try to find a place where there's a fence to make them get stuck. And then you have a little bit breathing room, but they will come eventually. Oh no, again, these holes are my doom. So in this mud, I run slower than all the zombies. Same in sand. This lighter grass is fast. On road, I'm faster than the zombies. But at the road, you kind of the roadside danger level is lower, so you don't have so much stuff. So you don't get scrap if you stay on the roads. You have to venture a little bit deeper. No. This is turning into difficult. No more bullets. 11 health points. Damn it. 6. These guys are faster than me. These runners, and they will eventually grind you down if you don't have weapons. How did I kill only 36? I was running forever. That's fine. Doc is sleeping. I'm not happy with the. It means that the basically it spawns zombies all the time a little bit, and then it says horde incoming, and it spawns a lot of them. It spawns a horde, and the pressure easy just means that the horde is over. I think it's a bad term because it doesn't really mean that the pressure eases because the zombies are still there. It just means that they spawn less. Is that like there's not pressure is not easing at all. Oh, there's still 1,000 behind me, but yeah, they just don't appear so much anymore. Bullets, no bullets. Need bullets. Let's use the fence to get some of them to stuck. Then there's mud, water. All right, actually, a lot of them got stuck in the fence. That's good. They will be coming. Maybe I can find some bullets before they come. Where are all the bullets? Oh, I fell in the hole. Where's all the bullets? Yeah, I'm not gonna survive this one. Especially if I don't know how to. There's bullets. Yeah. Kill the fast ones. No bullets. All right, this is gonna end up badly. Lagging, sorry, the computer is lagging because Claude is building something. Yes, I was. Lands of Ruin. So we run a Kickstarter campaign with Lands of Ruin, which was successful. We got we got backed. We produced all the miniatures, so we sent everybody who backed us did get the miniatures. However, like we simply didn't understand the difficulty of creating product versus creating something. So the game existed. If you can go to GitHub and look for Lands of Ruin, the code is open source. It's available there, the game company. But effectively, we had to stop the project. I think we sank all the money we got to making the miniatures. I still have a bunch of them because we made more than we sent to backers. But everybody who backed got what they backed. So I'm happy about that. Although I'd argue we promised a game which kind of exists, kind of doesn't. Yeah, it was simply there was not enough business understanding how to turn a game into real business. If I would do it again, I wouldn't do miniatures at all. I think we spent too much effort building miniatures. It was just because there's so many good miniatures available, we didn't have to build our own. The decision was made that it sounded like the right decision at the time. Basically, the decision was made because we thought that if we don't have real miniatures, if we don't have our own miniatures, it doesn't look like a real game, which kind of a sound argument. But the reality is that the miniatures basically took all of our money. We'd have no money left after that. And you can't pay rent with miniatures, which is a bit annoying. But yeah, a lot of lessons learned from that. I think that the game was also a bit of ahead of time because Android tablets were very rare at the time. And I was an Android developer, so I couldn't build it on iOS. We tried a little bit, but we couldn't find a good way to port it on iOS. Right now, if you could build in a Kotlin multi-platform, it would be super easy to do. But yeah, basically, there was not enough players who had a tablet, Android tablet. iPads were available, but there was not enough players who had Android tablets, and we didn't have money to port it to this. I can show you. I can show. So it's still you can still find the Kickstarter campaign. I can post the link here. So this is the game, but yeah, the Kickstarter campaign is still. Find my cursor. The Kickstarter campaign is still here. You can still see how it looked like. The tablet app. So this is I built this pretty much solo. Sebastian, one of the guys, built the kind of the game engine inside here, which I could have never built. As you hear, we just barely beat our goal, and this simply wasn't enough money to build a product. I think one thing about Kickstarter is that what I advise to people saying, don't put a Kickstarter goal that you think you can make. Put a Kickstarter goal that you think if you can make a product, basically. They were resin. So we had the miniatures were resin because we had this Polish company called Puppets War that still exists, makes good games. They basically custom miniatures for us. The 3D models are open source. They're in GitHub. Anybody can take them. They kind of I have seen some people to post it that prints of them with STLs as well. But resin printers are not available. I think they are in the. Let me look at the GitHub. I know the app is definitely still there. Let me just go to my GitHub. I go to my GitHub, my repositories. I'll show you soon. I don't want to share all of my stuff. There's some work stuff here. So here's the Lancer Rune GitHub. So this is the Android source code. It probably won't work anymore. It probably doesn't work anymore. Models are here. I wonder if this link still works. No, it doesn't work anymore. Yeah, it was in this file storage. Damn it. Because I couldn't put them in GitHub. They weren't allowed. They didn't allow me to do big links, big files. I still have them somewhere. But the idea was to basically, we wanted to make, once we kind of decided we can't continue, we made the code open source. We made all the models available for everybody. And I even asked on Kickstarter if anybody wants a refund, and nobody asked for a refund, which is very nice of people. I think they could have said, well, you promised to build a game and you didn't. But yeah. Yeah. I still have plenty of those Lands of Ruin miniatures in resin in the basement. Oh, I have something right here. If you come from the computer game background, StarCraft miniatures are not painted. You have to. Oh, you mean my miniatures, the Lands of Ruin miniatures? They do not. No. But Yeah. Well, the other game that I got into a little bit is on tabletop is Halo Flashpoint, and that's actually it's a bit like a board game. It's quite interesting as well. There's no there's no such thing as pile of shame. It's pile of opportunity. Don't get that shame stuff here. It's just it will never be empty again. Once you start Warhammer, it's never gonna be empty again. Maybe we should do a miniature painting stream as well. I've been painting. I have one of my Protoss Stalkers is painted. It's ready. The other one is assembled, not ready. My Halo guys, my blue team is ready. The red team isn't. Yes, I'm not going to talk about my pile of opportunity. I still have Space Marines from 90s that are not painted. Now, this is taking a very long time for Claude to get, but it's a big task. Lee, I did paint the Protoss. I have one of the Stalkers painted. I've been doing that. I think I only bought the StarCraft in the Birmingham, the UK Game Expo. But yeah, then since then I also bought the Halo Flashpoint, and those I painted as well. The Halo Flashpoint is actually, I'm not a big fan of Halo as such, but the Halo Flashpoint is actually a pretty good game. There's a very interesting mechanism in it where the game is grid based, so you don't measure, but it's still line of sight. So you count these squares on the table to move and shooting distance, but then you still place the miniatures in like a small like a with line of sight. You see if you see them or not. Okay, yeah, it's downstairs, so I'm not gonna come pick it up now. But yeah. This is really taking a long time. But now it's clear up full verification. Then we will see if the fake shadows real light works. Yeah, Halo Flashpoint is great because it doesn't increase your pile of shame a lot because you just have like 4 guys on each side. And the whole game system has, I think, 25 miniatures max. So, you won't grow your pile of shame. Like you buy one of the 40k starter packs and then you have miniatures forever. Yeah, some of them, because they went with the Halo. Mantic went with the Halo. They had kind of starter packs, and now they are bringing the next generation up in September. So the old ones, some game stores are selling the old ones super cheap. I bought the Flashpoint starter kit, which has 4 guys on each side and cardboard buildings. It was 32 euros, something like that. Okay, well that's a good play. That's also the first miniature tabletop miniature game my son has played. My son is 6 years old, so I'm getting him into stuff, and he's painting miniatures now. So he's also my pile of opportunity is getting smaller because he's painting part of my miniatures. So yeah, just spawn more people to paint your miniatures, and then they will get painted. Oh, it's past midnight and I'm up too late. So what we're going to do, we're going to test this lighting stuff, and then we're gonna slowly start wrapping up the stream, I think, for today. I still need to edit the video podcast. Might do it in the morning. All right. Maybe it already. Maybe the stuff is already ready. Let's run the game. It's just, I don't know. It is just past midnight for me. All right, the implementation ready. Now it's showing time here. It's morning, and we're going to head out and play a little bit and see if the. Okay, this fake shadow isn't very good. I call you. Claude, this didn't work. This looks really bad. Okay, oh, here's an escape hatch. It worked. Escape hatch works. Okay, let's head back out. These shadows are really stupid. It's funny. It works kind of technically. When I jump, it goes smaller. Well, what is this? Oh, Claude, you let me down. So far, you've been doing fine, but this is not good, buddy. Yeah. It's properly horrible. Also, buildings to have no shadows at all. It might be that I will have to do like a rewrite in a 3D engine to have proper lighting. I did like the old school isometric games. They just looked so damn good when the assets were properly handcrafted. The problem is that these assets are generated. They're not generated as LLM generated. They are. Claude wrote a Python script to generate these assets, so they're still kind of second-hand generated. But yeah, it did say fake shadows. It did deliver fake shadows. I think maybe Claude is also tired. It's like I'm not doing that. I just do the bare minimum. It's like this Reddit with malicious compliance. Yeah. So, okay. You want the shadows? Here's your shadows. Now that said, they are technically working quite well. So the shadow size is changing based on the time, which is exactly what we need. So basically, we just need to make them work properly, look better. But there's something is right here because the shadows look correct. So let me go and escape hatch this thing. The time is still correct, and if I head out, am I still at the same time? I am. So technically, it's working. Yeah, absolutely. Like Diablo 2. If you think how when was it? 1990 something rather. And it still holds up. Like you watch some Diablo gameplay, it might not look beautiful, but you still would play the game. That's it. That's why. But to me, the kind of the isometric gameplay stuff is the RTS stuff. That's the ones that I kind of fondly remember as being really good. I forgot to pick up the pistol. That's why I can't shoot. This is a stupid gameplay. This is a gameplay problem. Like if I don't pick up the pistol, I can't shoot any of my weapons. Okay, back to camp. Day 1, midday. Okay. I think so too, but I think the shadow needs to be also animated. Otherwise, I think it doesn't give you the illusion. But I'm also thinking about a little bit ahead, saying, okay, technically, this is workable. We can iterate and make it not look horrible. And we can make the shadows do the thing that I want. I want it to communicate the time of day to the player. Like it needs to be in your face. Hey, your time is running out to have this time pressure to the gameplay. But what really then kind of, if we then think about the night gameplay, so when we start possibly going into night raiding, and we might go into things like the base defense is happening at night, so I don't know if it's going to use the same engine or not, but I'm thinking like, what can I do with this? There's not much I can do with this. I can make this work fine, but I can't have night play. Oh yeah, Age of Empires is amazing, man. It's really is. One thing that it did right. So now the sun has set. That means that there's no shadows anymore, and I barely see anything. Let's see how far can I go until I literally can't play the game. But this is the right thing. Like everything else is fine. I don't mind if there's no like a real lighting as such. Maybe we can iterate a few iterations over this and see if if it's workable. Okay, now I need to find an escape hatch. Otherwise, I will not survive. Where is there's an escape? Is this it? I can't see. I can see if they if they escape hatches or not. No, they are holes. There's one. Oh, I can't even see the fence. There we go. Sleep till morning, and then I can head out. Good. This works. This works. Now, yeah, good. Okay. I have achieved what I wanted to achieve today. Yeah, Lee, I kind of want to I want to figure out what to do with night, but my idea was to kind of have a macro gameplay loop forcing the person back to base for night. Oh, that's a good idea. Escape hatch should have a light. True, that's true. All right, folks. Really, thank you for keeping me company and chatting and sharing your ideas. I will wrap up for today, and I will be back at some point. See you folks later. Thanks for joining. Bye bye.